I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. What's going to happen with Puff Daddy? You know, they raided his house in Palm and down in Miami, Florida, I think it was, going back a few months ago, down in December, I think it was. They raided his house, and they raided his house also in Los Angeles. I think that's where it's at. It's in California, somewhere out there. And I didn't get a chance to look at the whole video, but you know, that this boy Puff Daddy had a whole lot of sex toys. You know, I don't know with sex toys. I don't. You know, the man's a stone cold freak, and he been having sex. And T.D. Jakes was out there singing "Happy Birthday" to the freak. And they raided his house. I don't know if Puff Daddy was tipped off. What is it? Somebody told them that and Homeland Security, but it wasn't the FBI. It was Homeland Security that raided that boy's house. So I'm waiting to see if there's going to be some sort of a arrest. Now, early in that, back in the summer of last year, almost a year ago, the FBI stopped what's his name, Pharaoh Eric Adams. They stopped him in Midtown Manhattan. In his entourage, he's sitting up in this great big black SUV, right? FBI told him to pull over. Now, you know, the mayor of the city of New York has his own security detail. He's got a whole bunch of policemen all around him all the time, you know, to protect him from whoever don't like him, which is a lot of people. And the FBI told his security, New York City Police Department security, stand down. And they went into his SUV, stopped the SUV, took his iPad, I don't know what it was, took his phone, took his iPad, and then let him drive off. Before that, they had raided one of his girls. He had a girl that was only 20 years old that was a campaign manager of his finances when he ran for the mayor. We're talking about Pharaoh Eric Adams, right? So then when Puff Daddy got busted back in December, Pharaoh Eric Adams said, well, he had given Puff Daddy the key to the city of New York. And he thought the honorable thing to do was to ask Puff Daddy to give the key back. You know, it's a diplomatic thing. It's not a real key. I guess maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's a gold key or something. Yeah, there it is right there. Look at them two fools. Anyway, so Eric Adams, after a month of discussion, said he asked Puff Daddy to give the key to the city of New York back since he saw that film, and it wasn't because of him being arrested. It wasn't because, his houses were Homeland Security, you know. It was because Puff Daddy was caught on film kicking the living daylights out of that woman. What was her name again? I forget the name of that woman. He was kicking the living daylights out of Cassidy, whatever she was. And by the elevator, dragging her by the hair. I mean, that boy was off the chain kicking that girl. Cassie, that's what her name is. And so then after that video was shown, which is more than 5 years old, Eric Adams said, well, Puff, you got to give the key back. Anyway, I think that they're saying now that Puff gave the key back. Mr. Engineer, we have a clip where it said Puff returned the key to the city of New York. Let's see that video.
The New York City mayor requested that rapper Sean Diddy Combs return his key to the city. The request came after CNN obtained video footage from 2016 of him assaulting his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Since November, Combs has been hit with 7 civil sexual assault lawsuits. Mayor Eric Adams said the key to New York is for those, I'm quoting now, who act as a model for fellow and future New Yorkers, end quote. The key was returned to the city's possession on June 10th.
Well, you know, all right, so you got the key back. I think probably that would probably the right call. But, you know, this boy Lamar Whitehead, who was a pastor of a church out there in Brooklyn that has given the FBI all the information they now know on Eric, if you will, the Mayor Eric Adams. And I suspect that both of these boys are going to be arrested pretty soon. I don't know why the FBI takes so long to do whatever they got to do, what they're investigating. I guess they want to tie everything. Because you arrest somebody like Puff Daddy, he's got a lot of money, or at least he used to have a lot of money. You know, you can hire lawyers up the wazoo, so you're not going to just play around with it. You got to have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed before you actually. And the same thing with Eric Adams too, because Eric Adams got a lot of Jewish power. He got a lot of those Jews out there in Crown Heights and Brooklyn and across the city of New York and across. And he's got a lot of influence. So you just don't walk up into him and arrest him. And they probably were investigating him, but I don't think he's going to last very long. But that's probably why they're taking so much time to arrest him, because he's got all this financial power.